God says, this is where many miss their miracle, by settling for what feels easy instead of obeying what feels right. The path ahead may require courage. It may require discipline. It may require saying no when you want to say yes. But obedience in this hour will protect you from regret in the future. I know you have questions. I know you want details. I know you want timelines. But faith does not grow through full explanations. Faith grows through trust in motion. Take the step I placed in front of you, not the one you are trying to calculate. I do not reveal the entire staircase, only the next step. What is coming will expose motives, yours and others. This is not to shame you, but to refine you. When intentions are pure, power flows safely. When the heart is aligned, blessings do not become burdens. That is why I slowed you down. That is why I stripped distractions. That is why I taught you patience through pain. God says, you are no longer asking from desperation. You are asking from readiness. That changes everything. Desperation seeks escape. Readiness seeks responsibility. And responsibility attracts trust. Heaven trusts you with more now because you learn to handle less with gratitude. There will be moments when fear tries to rush you. Do not hurry. Rushed decisions create unnecessary wounds. Stillness sharpens hearing. Silence strengthens discernment. Wait for peace, not pressure. My direction will always align with peace, even if the path feels challenging. You are entering a season where your words will carry weight. Speak carefully. Do not curse what I am building. Do not doubt what I am preparing. Life and death are in your speech, and this is not the hour for careless language. Speak alignment. Speak faith. Speak restraint. God says, stop explaining yourself to people who have already decided not to understand you. You are not on trial. You are in transition. Let me be your defender. Let consistency answer questions. Let time reveal truth. I will. God says, now listen even more carefully, because what I am about to reveal is deeper than emotion and stronger than fear. This is the hour where many lose clarity because they rush to understand instead of choosing to trust. You are standing between what was and what will be. That space feels uncomfortable, uncertain, and heavy. But this is where transformation happens. Do not rush this moment. Do not escape it. I am doing something sacred in the unseen. You keep asking for confirmation, but God says, the confirmation is the resistance. If this season meant nothing, there would be no opposition. If your future carried no weight, there would be no pressure. If your calling was ordinary, the battle would be small. But the intensity you feel is proof that your life carries impact beyond what you currently see. Right now, the enemy wants you distracted. He wants you emotional. He wants you tired enough to doubt my voice. That is why your mind feels crowded. That is why memories, fears, and old failures are trying to speak again. God says, those voices are not prophecy, they are noise. Silence them. They belong to a chapter that has already ended. You survived things that should have broken you. You walked through rejection without becoming bitter. You waited while others moved ahead of you. You stayed faithful when quitting would have been easier. That endurance marked you. Heaven took note. And now, because you did not give up in the dark, you are about to see light in ways you did not expect. God says, I am about to shift your position, not just your situation. This is not only about external change. This is about internal authority. You are stepping into discernment that cannot be taught, wisdom that cannot be rushed, and strength that cannot be shaken by opinions. The next season will demand that you trust what I placed inside you more than what people say around you. Do not be surprised if old doors try to reopen. Not everything that returns is meant to stay. Some. Do not be shocked if people misunderstand you after this shift. Elevation often creates distance. Growth often creates discomfort. But remember, I did not call you to be understood by everyone. I called you to be obedient to me. Approval fades. Purpose remains. There will be moments when you want to explain yourself. Resist that urge. Let fruit speak. Let consistency speak. Let time reveal truth. I am about to defend you in places where you stayed silent. I am about to speak for you where you were misjudged. I am about to restore what was questioned. God says, this next season will expose character. Some will reveal loyalty. Some will reveal envy. Some will reveal fear. Do not argue with exposure. Exposure is mercy. I am removing masks so you don't build your future with unstable hands. You have been asking, why now? And God answers, because now you are ready to choose faith over comfort. The blessing ahead is not small. It will stretch you. It will require discipline. It will demand consistency. And yes, it will attract attention. That is why preparation came before manifestation. Stay grounded. Stay prayerful. Stay humble. Pride cancels protection. Gratitude multiplies favor. Obedience accelerates timing. If you remain aligned, what is about to shock you will not destroy you, it will define you. God says, when it happens, remember this moment. Remember that I warned you not to fear. Remember that I told you to stay calm. Remember that I promised purpose, not chaos. This shift is not punishment. It is positioning. Your life is not falling apart. It is falling into alignment. And when you look back, you will understand that this urgent message was not meant to scare you, it was meant to steady you. Because when God moves suddenly, only the prepared remain standing. You have been questioning yourself lately. Wondering if you missed your chance. Wondering if your prayers even mattered. Wondering if God chose someone else instead of you. God says, listen carefully, I never replaced you. I never skipped you. I never forgot you. What I delayed was not the promise, it was the timing, because premature blessings can destroy unprepared hearts. I protected you while you thought I ignored you. There is a reason certain plans collapsed at the last moment. There is a reason some people suddenly changed their behavior toward you. There is a reason you felt pushed into isolation. It was not rejection. It was separation. I was removing noise so You have been questioning yourself lately, wondering if you missed your chance, wondering if your prayers even mattered, wondering if God chose someone else instead of you. God says, listen carefully, I never replaced you. I never skipped you. I never forgot you. What I delayed was not the promise, it was the timing, because premature blessings can destroy unprepared hearts. I protected you while you thought I ignored you. There is a reason certain plans collapsed at the last moment. There is a reason some people suddenly changed their behavior toward you. There is a reason you felt pushed into isolation. It was not rejection. It was separation. I was removing noise so you could hear my instructions clearly. What is coming next will not come with confusion, but it will require obedience without full explanation. God says, when the next hour unfolds, do not react emotionally. Do not announce everything immediately. Do not seek validation from people who doubted you. Some miracles require silence to survive. Some blessings grow only in secrecy. The enemy does not attack what he does not recognize. Protect what I place in your hands. You may receive news that surprises you. A message. A call. A sudden opportunity. Or a sudden ending. Do not label it good or bad too quickly. Some endings are answered prayers in disguise. Some losses are divine escapes. Some delays are quiet rescues. Trust my perspective, not your panic. The reason this feels intense is because your faith is being upgraded. I am moving you from survival faith to authority faith. From praying for signs to becoming a sign. From waiting for permission to walking in purpose. The old version of you could not handle what I am releasing. The new version can, God says, you have been stronger than you realize. You carried burdens silently. You forgave without apology. You kept believing even when your emotions collapsed. That endurance was not accidental. It was training. What is coming will require stability, not. God says, this is the hour where truth will confront comfort, and many will choose comfort over calling, but you were not created for convenience. You were created for purpose. That is why your path has never looked easy. That is why shortcuts never worked for you. That is why your soul never felt satisfied with shallow victories. I designed you for depth, and depth requires pressure. Right now, something inside you already knows that life cannot continue the same way. You can feel it. Old routines feel empty. Old conversations feel repetitive. Old dreams no longer excite you. This is not boredom. This is elevation. When the spirit grows, the familiar becomes restrictive. I am expanding your capacity, and expansion always feels uncomfortable before it feels powerful. God says, the reason I warned you is because what is coming will test your reactions. Not your faith, but your response. You will be tempted to respond emotionally instead of spiritually. You will be tempted to defend yourself instead of trusting me. You will be tempted to rush instead of waiting. But hear me clearly, your reaction will determine whether this moment becomes a breakthrough or a burden. Some of you will face sudden truth. Truth about people you trusted. Truth about motives you ignored. Truth about paths you almost chose. That truth may feel painful, but it will save you from deeper pain later. I do not expose to embarrass. I expose to protect. What I remove now would have destroyed you later. God says, do not mourn what I separate you from. You asked me to grow you. You asked me to elevate you. You asked me to use you. Growth demands pruning. Elevation demands separation. Purpose demands sacrifice. I am answering your prayers, just not in the way your emotions expected. There are things you wanted that I refused. Not because they were bad, but because they were too small for where I am taking you. There are relationships you begged me to fix that I allowed to break, because your future are. God says, you are stepping into a season where silence will be strength. You do not need to announce your next move. You do not need to explain your decisions. You do not need permission from people who never supported you. What I am doing in you does not require public approval. It requires private obedience. Be careful who you allow access to your spirit. Everyone does not deserve to hear your plans. Everyone cannot handle your growth. Some will clap publicly but compete secretly. Some will advise you from jealousy disguised as concern. Protect your heart. Wisdom knows when to listen and when to withdraw. God says, I am teaching you restraint because what is coming carries influence. Influence without discipline destroys lives. Power without humility ruins purpose. Visibility without grounding creates pride. I am building your foundation before I increase your reach. You may feel lonely at times. That loneliness is not abandonment. It is refinement. I am weaning you from dependence on human validation. I am teaching you to stand confident even when applause is absent. Leaders are shaped in solitude before they are seen in public. Do not confuse isolation with rejection. Do not confuse waiting with wasting time. Do not confuse discipline with delay. Every quiet moment is shaping discernment. Every unanswered prayer is strengthening trust. Every closed door is redirecting you. God says, watch your thoughts carefully now. The enemy speaks through urgency and fear. I speak through peace and clarity. If something pressures you, rushes you, or creates panic, pause. That is not how I lead. I guide step by step, not through anxiety. Some of you are about to face a choice that looks small on the surface but carries long-term consequences. Choose integrity over advantage. Choose obedience over popularity. Choose peace over applause. Short-term comfort can cost long-term destiny. This is the hour where character will matter more than talent. Skill can open doors, but character. God says, listen to me carefully. This message is not random. It is not an accident that you are hearing this right now. Heaven has aligned this moment specifically for you. I have been watching you struggle in silence, praying behind closed doors, smiling in front of people while your heart has been heavy. You have asked me, God, how long, and today I am answering you. Something very unexpected is about to happen. Something that will shake your routine, disturb your comfort, and completely change the direction of your life. Do not be afraid. What feels shocking to you is preparation in my hands. I am about to interrupt what you thought was permanent, because it was never meant to last. I know you have been waiting for a sign. You asked me for confirmation. You asked me to speak clearly. This is that moment. Do not skip this message. Do not scroll away. Do not let doubt steal what I am trying to reveal to you. There has been spiritual resistance around you because there is spiritual promotion ahead of you. The reason the battle intensified is because you are closer than you realize. The enemy does not attack what has no future. He only attacks what is dangerous to his plans. And you, my child, are becoming dangerous to darkness. I have seen the tears you cried when no one noticed. I heard the prayers you whispered when your faith felt weak. I saw the nights you questioned whether I was still listening. I never left. I was working behind the scenes, arranging things you could not see, closing doors you were not ready to understand, and protecting you from outcomes that would have broken you. Something will shift suddenly. A conversation. A phone call. A message. A decision. What looks small at first will carry great weight. It will not happen the way you imagined, but it will happen exactly the way you need. Trust me even if it does not make sense immediately. You thought the delay meant denial. But the delay was development. I was strengthening you for what is calm. Someone who doubted you will be shocked. Someone who walked away will hear about what I am doing in your life. Someone who underestimated you will realize too late that I was preparing you quietly. Keep your heart clean. Stay humble. Do not seek revenge. I will handle justice. You are stepping into a season where prayers come back answered. Where doors open without forcing. Where peace replaces anxiety. Where clarity replaces confusion. But you must stay obedient. Do not rush ahead of me. Do not go back to what I already pulled you out from. I am breaking generational cycles through you. What stopped others will not stop you. What limited your family will end with you. You were chosen to change the pattern. That is why the pressure was heavy. That is why the test was intense. Remain still. Watch carefully. Pray without fear. Speak life, not doubt. What is about to happen will prove that I was with you the entire time. And when it happens, remember this moment. Remember that I warned you, prepared you, and walked with you through it all. This message was for you. Receive it with faith. Your next chapter is closer than you think. God says, you are still here because this message is still speaking to you. Do not ignore what you are feeling in your spirit right now. That heaviness, that alertness, that sudden awareness, this is not fear, this is confirmation. Something has already begun to move. Within a very short time, what was hidden will be revealed. What was delayed will accelerate. What was blocked will suddenly open. You will look back and realize that this moment was the turning point, the exact second when everything began to change. I know you are tired. Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. You have been strong for too long. You carried responsibilities that were never meant to rest on your shoulders alone. You held on when it would have been easier to quit. And because you did not give up, I am about to step in. There is a reason things felt unstable recently. I was shaking what could be shaken so that what cannot be shaken would remain. Some connections had to fall apart. Some plans had to fail. Some expectations had to die. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. Do not chase what is leaving. Do not beg what is ending. What walks away now was never meant to go with you into the next season. I am removing distractions so you can clearly see what is coming. Very soon, you will receive information that changes how you see everything. A truth you were not prepared to hear before. It may shock you at first, but it will also free you. Trust me. I do not reveal things to destroy you. I reveal them to deliver you. You have been wondering why your prayers suddenly feel different. Why your dreams are more vivid. Why your spirit feels restless. It is because you are standing on the edge of breakthrough. The old season is expiring. The new one is already knocking. The enemy tried to rush you into fear, but I am calling you into faith. He tried to confuse you, but I am giving you clarity. He tried to exhaust you, but I am restoring your strength. What he meant to use against you will. Something financial will shift. Something relational will shift. Something internal will shift. You will not be the same person you were before this moment. I am upgrading your discernment. You will no longer tolerate what drains you. You will no longer chase validation. You will walk with quiet confidence. Be careful who you talk to during this season. Not everyone can handle what I am about to do in your life. Protect your vision. Protect your peace. Protect your faith. What I am building does not need everyone's opinion. When the change happens, it will feel sudden, but it has been planned for a long time. Heaven already approved it. Angels are already moving. Doors are already unlocking. You are not late. You are right on time. Do not let doubt talk you out of obedience. Do not let fear make decisions for you. Stay aligned with my voice. Even when it feels uncomfortable. Even when it requires courage. I am guiding every step. You asked me for a sign. This is it. You asked me to speak. I am speaking now. Pay attention to what happens next. The next hour, the next day, the next conversation, nothing is ordinary anymore. Your story is shifting. Your season is changing. Your testimony is loading.